Hey everyone, how are we all doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. I think I've recovered from the debacle of last night with the maze where I couldn't figure it out. I did do some research immediately after the stream and yeah, I think I get it now. I can probably do a very quick demo when I boot the stream up, just to show you what I missed, but no pun intended there. Honestly, I don't think I would have got it. I did speculate correctly that it involves sound. Or just putting some scar therapy gel on my scar on my hand, which still has stitches through it, so I need to get the stitches removed in just over 1.5 days time. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll get to use my hand back. Because it's going to take a while to heal, so yeah, my hand's going to be fucked up for a while, unfortunately. And yeah, I have figured out how the maze works. What I don't understand is how my maze looks like a frigging lung capillary. When I look at the mazes online, which other people drew, they're so much simpler. And I don't know if it's because I just bothered to map out all of the nodes or what, but I do not see a full maze of where we were online. Excuse me, red's playing up. Let me just grab my mouse for a sec. I'll zoom in on that. I click on that and then go paint is going to show up, but it's not showing up my password's Pornhub. If I zoom in here, basically you can see all these nodes, which I mapped out. And if you look for maps online, all you get are these main nodes leading to the main path, that is these ones here, not that. What am I doing? Oh my god, where's my layers window? Is that because I've got something selected? Most likely. Yeah, if you look online, basically you see a map which describes this section here. And a couple of other nodes, but you don't see any of this bullshit. Or any of that. And I don't know if that's because I'm genuinely missing something. Whether the game is cleverly creating stuff on the fly, or whether people are just like, you know what, including this stuff is not needed. If you just follow the correct path, you will find a solution and all will be well. I don't know. Either way, last night was an ordeal, but hopefully that ordeal is done. Oh wow, it's not full screened. Why not? Paints, can I full screen you? I can ask. Okay, it is definitely enlarged, as large as I can make it on my screen, so I don't know why it's doing that. Why you can see the game in the background. Excuse me. Once again, I'm dying. So we finished there last night. We headed towards the tower. But let me just show you very quickly how this works. So I need to plug in my earphones so I can actually hear the damn game. That one goes in the left ear and that one goes in the right ear. It does not work correctly if I put them in the other ears. I've learned that from painful experience. So let's go forward. And we are at this start location here. Right there. Black dots. We start there and we need to move north. We're going to hear a sound when we get in here. Gas, how you doing? Thank you for dropping in. We hear a high-pitched ding. That high-pitched ding means go north. There's no other direction we can go here. You can see we're at the start and there's no other direction we can go. We have to go north. We hear a high-pitched ding. When we arrive here, we're going to hear a different sound effect. I describe that as a squirt, like 3 ascending notes. The That sound effect means we now need to move west. We've moved north, and the only valid path is west. So this sound effect, it's almost like an insect noise. I prefer to call it a squirt. That means move west. And now we're moving west. The only valid path is north, which means we should get the high-pitched ding. Just like that. That means go north. So having moved north now, our valid path is to go east twice. And we're going to hear a new sound effect. Sort of like an engine exhaust noise. That means move east. And once again, once we move east, we need to head over to the red node on the right hand side, which involves moving east again. So we're going to get the same sound effect right now. That engine exhaust noise. We now need to move south twice, which means we'll get a new sound effect now. And then we go south. That sounds like a bell. It's not the high-pitched ding, it's a bell. They're different, I swear. And yeah, reading online, it said that if you come here first, you're going to have a hell of a time with this puzzle. If you go to one of the other ages, as they're called, you will find it easier. Schleifert, how you doing, dude? Schleifert is laughing at me. We hear the same sound effect. Almost sounds like a cowbell, maybe. So from here, I need to adjust my page. But let's have a listen. Which way are we going? We hear the squirt noise, which we know from earlier means we need to move west. You can sort of figure it out via brute force, not the way I did, but if you go back to the beginning where you've only got one path through those first rooms, that's where you're supposed to make the connection. And I just completely and utterly failed to do that. And this is where it gets complex. We now need to go southwest. Yeah, doing alright, Golden Gas. And yeah, this one's hard. You're hearing both the squirt noise and the cowbell at the same time, which means go southwest. That is, let me just bring it up so you can actually see this. Yeah. That's telling me to go southwest here. At this location here. Hear the two noises combined. If I was to go southwest now, we would then hear the squirt noise here, which tells us to go west. As I will show you right now. And then I think I'll load my game because I've had enough of this maze. So, moving southwest, we're going to get told to move west. We should hear the squirt noise. Yeah, that's how you figure it out. I would not have got that. Realistically, even if I'd loaded and paid more attention, I don't think I would have got that. Anyway, that's about 2 hours of my life that I'm not getting back. We had a debacle last night, we had a debacle earlier today in Hitman, and yeah, I'm streaming again, so it's probably going to be a debacle, just so you know. Anyway, just before I quit last night, I discovered that this path leads me towards the tower. And I might need to do some rewinding here because I suspect that I may not be able to access said tower immediately. We were told something about an access key. Remember the tower rotation. So I may need to go back to that painting and do something before we can go in here. I need to get in here. I need to close the door. It looks like we got spun there, but I don't think it matters. I went out here, but I did not proceed. So we've got a ladder ahead of us, and I believe we have a ladder behind us as well. What am I looking at here? That almost looks like a slit in the tower's exterior. But what am I looking at? I'm not sure. We do have a ladder on the far side, but that looks similar over there. It looks like there's a wall there, so let's go back down. Let's go around. That key symbol, though, worries me a lot. So, just looking at my notes. I think I'm going to consign that map to the freaking... the recycle bin of something. I don't know. The recycle bin of Myst. If you forget the access key, remember the tower rotation. We see a key there. But I suppose I can draw that key on the fireplace downstairs. I don't think so. So let me rewind. It's one way of skipping all the animations, I guess. This has got to mean something. So right now I'm not understanding what. I'm not even sure where this was initially pointing. Where was it pointing? It was pointing towards the boat. So it turns red if we point it towards the gears, the dock, the mausoleum, and the spaceship. Let me just try pointing it at the spaceship right quick. And I might actually have to turn the animations off because this is taking too long. Go zip mode. As far as I understand it, zip mode will make us skip certain places. Like if we... best transitions and fastest. Let's just go fastest for a bit. Zip mode will make it so that, let's say we need to go through 20 screens. We can go through 20 screens at once. I need to cough my lungs up again. Bear with me. God. Slowly dying. No, I don't want to see the elevator ride. So we go up a little bit, but then looks like we spin around. 90 degrees or so to the right. I don't think that means anything though. Was this symbol here before? I think it was, and look at that, we can now see out here a book and music. Yeah, I kind of figured that out already, game. I figured that out through brute force. Okay, so if I place the tower as one of the other places, which we can access, let's go back here. That's going to take us to whatever age we were in. I'll start with this, I don't recall what it is. Let's try this. No, I can't point it at the mausoleum here, or the planetarium, or whatever it's called. I can point it at that. I can point it at the boat, but the boat is connected to that, which is connected to that. Or I can point it at the gears, perhaps. I'm going to point it at the far tower there. At this guy, because there is a safe there. And I would love to see what is in that safe. We've lost our transitions again, but it's fine. I'm just going to cough my lungs up again, climb the tower, and see what we got. I feel like I'm making progress now, all of a sudden. Playing this without a mouse is painful, chat. See something out here, another book. We see the giant tree and we also see a bit of this. I don't think that's related. What's an unusual tower? Yeah, me seeing that key there made me think that this was a door of some sort, but no, there's a clue here. Alright, you got that memorized, chat? Come on. Unfortunately, I cannot leave here until I've done that. The real question I've got is, which book does this correspond to? Because I do want to look at that bookcase to the left and read the dank lore before I go in. I think that's actually really important. Yes, I can make another save game there, and I probably will be forced to. So I'd love to know I'd love to know what I'm putting my foot into before I put my foot into it. Hopefully this leads somewhere, because if not, I feel I'm at a dead end. Or maybe I need to check one of the other realms first. One of the other ages. Okay, hopefully this works. If it does not, then I'm not sure what 724 means. Game. No. Oh my god, the hitboxes are so wonky. Alright, open sesame. Love it. That looks like a box of matches, and we're in the middle of a forest right now, so its purpose seems pretty obvious. We need to burn down the forest. I think we need to light this. No? How is that not the answer? I refuse to believe that's not the answer. That all seems incredibly logical that we... I'll spin that. Oh. Am I going to cause an explosion? What on earth? I don't see this moving. That stopped very abruptly, but I think I can move it 6 times. Oh my god. It has to be here. Maybe it's not. Okay, did anything change outside? I'll go check out that tree. Nothing has changed here. I assume we're holding a match. It looked like a matchbook. I would have thought that the first thing we could do is not burn down this forest, but we could light that boiler or whatever it is inside that room. That's crazy. How is that not the answer? I'm going pixel hunting. We can move that 6 times. Correction, 5. 6 positions though. It sounds like gas is coming out. Did I miss anything here? I don't think so. I see, we have to light the match. That's a delightful little troll game. There we go. Alright, so pilot light is lit. The amount of gas that I'm putting in there does not seem to make a difference to whatever's going on here, although actually that looks good. That looks good now, so let's see what that's doing to the tree outside. Did that do something here? Not that I can see, so how about... well, let's close it off. Times. I think I did see something flicker around here. Right, let me just quickly go over there and see if something's happening. We can hear the sound effects going, so... me taking forever to get here, though, is not a good sign. Yeah, look at that. So, if I switch it off now, this thing is going to recess into the ground, possibly taking me somewhere else. And this makes me want to go back to the library and start reading some of the books to try and determine where we're going. Is this the Channelwood Age? I think we've established that this boat here is the Stoneship Age. Based on my skim read of the constellations and the symbols and whatnot. I really should write this down. Yep, that talks about the meteor storms, so that age is done. Just going to take a screenshot of this in OBS. paste it into my lovely paints notes. I'm going to write this down because I'm sick of reading this or having to look at it every single time. So get rid of that selection. Can't see anything that I'm doing, and that's totally fine. So first book up here is an unknown. Second book over here is an unknown. Then we have the book in the middle, which is the starship, or whatever it is, spaceship. Then down the bottom, we have something else. Let's have a read. Just skimming this, talking about arriving. I think this is a channel wood, just based on nothing but where it is located. I see... No, that doesn't look like the tower, but it also doesn't look like the boats or anything else. Talks about the boats. So this might be the mechanical age. There's nothing in here, no pretty pictures, or there are some pretty pictures, but there's not a lot. I'll definitely make a save here, a hard save, and I will probably come back here once I've gone into the tree or whatever it is to try and determine which book is relevant. Alright, we're looking at the top left book now. Okay, so this one is Channelwood. I'm not going to switch back to paint, let me just type that in there. This one is... Are there any pretty pictures in here? I mean, I like text. Oh god, this is the one with the coloured text, which made me think that maybe it's related to those boxes near the boats and whatever else in the planetarium, but I don't think so. What is with the colours? Yeah, I'll read the Channelwood book. This one is the stone ship, isn't it? Yeah, this is the last book. It has the constellations and the symbols in there, so that is the, what was it? Stone ship. Alright, let's have a look at Channelwood. I believe that's where we're going, but I'm not certain. So I might be reading this for no good reason. I call this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see. Okay, it's Waterworld. Except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late, and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would never have expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. Must be nice. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters before us were changing colours. Maybe that explains the rising. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange. Blue to orange. Okay. Then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water I hardly noticed that we arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths, to the village level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures of the doorway into the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the centre of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least, he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a metre off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature who was dressed in many exotic, colourful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent he appeared human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely grey, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. What the fuck? But, what a surprise. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to hearing more, learning more, whatever. Okay, so what is with the writing now? The writing is changing colours, similar to the water in the world. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the Tweed dwellers. He himself told me something. Can't read that. He had not spoken our own language in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and Tweed dwellers, I'm having trouble reading that, tree dwellers, my god, lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers, got it right that time, lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings, which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. Sometimes slight, sometimes heavy, tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day, things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. I'm sorry, how do you sacrifice yourself to stop the place sinking? Are you sacrificing yourself to a god, or are you sacrificing yourself to try and hold it up, or... I don't fully understand how that works, but whatever. The humans who lived through this catastrophe, not catastrophic, moved into the trees where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is a story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. Me too. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet, the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and sleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads, not in, on. All the while, he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. I'm sorry, did he just commit suicide? The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carried away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As his strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. We're going to get green text at some point, so what's going on here? This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts colour. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon, so that I may learn more from them. I'm just going to say it right now. I sincerely hope we're definitely going to this age. If we're not, then I think what I'll do is I'll go back to the tower and go somewhere else. This is a long book, holy shit. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I've decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age will be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Aknar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind as expected. My sons have returned with me and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on... I can't read that. Osmidian? Osmidian age? I don't know. Cirrus has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of those creatures, is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while. So, I will consent to their request. What is this colour change here? I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Kothtik. The hell is this? I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Cirrus and Aknar here. See Everdune's journal for more information. What the hell is that? After watching Cirrus and Aknar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again, and for a little longer. Colours. Oh my god, my voice. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Cirrus and Aknar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Cirrus and Aknar about Pran's death today. Who is this? And they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Maybe her grandparents? Not sure. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Aknar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and travelled some ways into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I'm sorry, you're not having adventures right now, dude? I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were to various different colours. I have shown some of the creatures my journal and they laughed and howled. I did not know that they had a sense of humour. Even now, as I look through this very colourful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. No, there's something to this. Is it really nothing? I hope it's not really nothing. We will be returning tomorrow, so my son's with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I'll have to think over their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. That's it. Alright, well hopefully we're going to that age. If we're not, I've just read a book for no damn reason. And we don't get much here. We get, I'm going to take a screenshot of that. That looks like it might actually be important. And to be clear, when I say screenshot, I'm basically taking a screenshot of the OBS preview window. That says Future Bridge there on the left-hand side. Okay, let's close that book and let's see if we can actually access the channel wood. I'm going to make a, I'll call it a hard save here. We can overwrite that one. If this is not it, then I think what I'll do... I mean, if this is not it, then it has to be the gears. It can't be this, because this is the Stone Ship Age, based on the constellations and the symbols that we saw in the book. I think what I need to do here is very quickly go into the hut, shut off the gas, or whatever it is, and then we need to get outside and then get over to that tree immediately and then jump in that elevator. I think that's what we have to do. I hope that's what we have to do. If that's not what we have to do, I don't know what to do. But that looked like the answer. We could also go up, perhaps. But to me, it would make more sense if we go underground. So the tree is currently in a raised position. If this doesn't work, I'll just do a rewind. I'm not sure I've pushed it all the way down, but it's fine. Let's go forward one, turn left. Through there. Go. Mashing the button. It's moving much slower on the inside here. Yeah, we saw one of those books in the spaceship, didn't we? Uh-oh. Alright, I think we're stuck here. I guess if we go up into the sky, that leads nowhere. That's something I'll need to test at some point. Because I genuinely don't think we can go back. Not bad. That's taking a very long time to load. I'm going to wait this out just to see that there's nothing here that's going to troll me. Sounds like I could hear something opening at the end there. Yeah, I mean, I see woods, so I assume Channelwood is a good name for this place. That looks very promising. I recognize that windmill, and it's a water world with trees sticking out of it. This is the Channelwood Age. Milestone! Woohoo! I don't care. Okay. So right now I'm looking at this map. Let me just zoom in on it and bring it up. I assume we are somewhere on one of these platforms here. About that. Anything but that. We're somewhere on one of these platforms, but I'm not sure which one or where. We've walked in. There's a future bridge plan there. Maybe it exists, maybe it doesn't. There's also this stuff here. I think we'll just wander around randomly for a bit, and if I can match it up, I'll bring up the map again and show you, but for now, let's just take a look around. I'm not actually sure which way I came in, but I don't think it matters. Let's just follow this path. I really just want to find a dead end. I see a loop there. Or what looks like a loop. No, it's not connected. Oh my god, just like that I'm lost. Okay, dead end. But then I see that over there and I think, okay, maybe that connects somehow. That does nothing. A future bridge, perhaps? Don't know. So this water, I guess... Oh, what the hell's going on there? That's a, that's something. I don't know if I'd describe this water as blue. Almost looks black, perhaps. A broken bridge, or something that was never constructed? But it seems to lead nowhere. I see that sort of counterweight on the left-hand side. Maybe there's an elevator there. Spiral ahead of us, and... What is going on with that graphic in the background there? It mentioned an island. Maybe we'll check that out first. I don't see this island on the map anywhere. I see a potential spiral staircase on the map, but I'm not seeing this island. I assume this thing is driving the windmill, or vice versa. Hello? Oh god, where am I going? Where am I going? That goes into the ocean? Yeah, I don't know if I'd describe that water as blue or dark grey, perhaps. Okay, we have a valve here or something, a tap. Which I can manipulate, here's my words. I'm not sure what it does yet. This thing here, I'm not sure if there's something we can do with that. Okay, I see there's something there. If I hold the cursor down, or if I hold X or one of the buttons and then push down, it's changing that sound effect. But if I let go of X, the lever snaps back up. How about I try manipulating that and then do it again? What does that do? Is that a different sound effect? It is not. So we can hear a flow of water. I don't see running water, but maybe it's sucking water up from there, perhaps? Maybe desalinating it? Either way, it seems to me that when we push that lever down, what it's doing is it's restricting the flow of water. For what purpose? I'm not sure yet. Let's bring up my map again. So, I do not see this place on the map anywhere. Which means I think that I'm going to struggle to figure out where we are on the map and how to line it up. Oh, the pipe splits in two. Can I manipulate that? Oh, I can. Okay. I've got vague memories of looking at this in the past. I say this is a blind playthrough, but I believe there was something like this in Riven, perhaps, because I definitely have played a little bit of Riven. Again, I don't remember anything about it, but I do remember a water world, and you had a whole bunch of switches. I don't know if they look like that or not, though. This is an elevator. I saw the counterweight. So that's closed. If I was to go back and reroute the water, does that change anything? Oh my god, you're showing it. Why would you do it from that angle? Holy shit. So, just quickly, this spiral here, before I click on that and spoil it. This spiral here could be that area on the map there. It seems unlikely though. Based on where we just came, there was a split in the path here. One of those paths would lead to the island with the windmill perhaps, but that looks like a spiral, so I do wonder if we're in that vicinity. I don't know. Right, does this work? It does not. Maybe we need to open that from the other side. So if I were to follow the right path now, I'm going to sneeze, bear with me chat, then I shouldn't get lost. Oh my god, I'm dying. Send help, I'm dying. So, actually I might have just recognized where we are on the map. Maybe. Yeah, if we go right and we run into the counterweight, then I think I know where we are. I think we were here with the door. So this path may lead. This path may lead to the island with the windmill, perhaps. We walked off the path, we ran into a junction. We went right, we ran into a dead end. We've gone left now. We followed this path, and now the path splits again into left and right. And I'm seeing here that it's sort of... No, we've got a path leading to the right there. I can't show it to you. Actually, yes, I can show it to you. I've got a mouse cursor. This path splits here. If I go right... No, that's not it. We can't be there. That doesn't work. We cannot be here because there's too many options here now. Just trying to figure out where the hell I am. That looks ideal though. We walked, it split. And now we've gone right at the next junction, but there's too many options here now. I'm not certain this map works at all. Let's keep looking around. I'll just hug the right-hand wall. That looks like a counterweight for the door or the elevator or something. Surely this won't work. Nothing. An elevator of some sort, okay. Something down here? No. Alright, so if I reroute the pipe here, I should be able to see what's in there, and I imagine it's just water. Let's confirm that. And then maybe I can route the water to the left and see if we can go up that elevator. So that's routed correctly. What about the next intersection? That box around the windmill is freaking me out. That is not routed correctly. Sounds gas operated. But I assume it's spitting out water. What about here? That's incorrect. So if I go back to that broken bridge now. Assuming this works and that something is flowing through the pipes, then I should be able to see something coming out of it. Excuse me. I do not. I don't think I made any mistakes there, so... What's that telling me? Maybe it's only flowing when the lever is down in the elevator room. Elevator room? Windmill room, whatever it's called. So right now, I do not see these junctions as actually doing anything. Otherwise, something would be flowing out of that pipe. Right and right at dead ends. Yeah, if I go that way, that should lead to a dead end, yep. So left leads us to a dead end, right leads us there. Let me just reroute this one and see if the elevator works. I don't think it will. If it does, then maybe it's rousing electricity or something. Nothing. Okay, let me just explore a bit more. Dead end. Right, I fear I've explored much of this area already, but... and I'd love to try and figure out where on the map I am. That dead end on the left looks familiar, as does this. Alright, so what am I doing here? For all of these paths, this is actually a very small area. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Well, let me use my brain. I do not have a brain chat. I think I do, but I don't. So this loop here, we have one path, second, a third, a fourth. Oh my god, not that. And we've got a fifth which terminates in a dead end. And then we go back here and then that takes us back to the start point. Looking at the map. That makes me think that I'm in this particular section of the map right here. Paint? Why is paint not showing up now? It's because paint was minimized. So, I believe I've been walking this path here. Or have I? See one path off there, two paths there, another one there, and another one there. Alternatively, I could be walking this path here. One path there, another path there, one there, and possibly the future bridge there. That would make sense, I suppose, wouldn't it? Once again, maybe we have come from here. But what about that didn't make sense? Maybe that bridge existed? But then these don't exist. Oh my god, I'm so confused. We also see this thing here, which looks like the spiral. Let me find the spiral and work backwards, perhaps. So we have a spiral. It is very closely connected to this island. So the spiral, you turn around, it leads to the island. I don't think that's it. Because if that was the case, I can't even visualize this right now. The island would be somewhere over here. You know what, I don't think this map helps me at all. Fuck the map. It's small enough that I should be able to figure this out myself. So, what can I do here, realistically? This door looks locked. There's some sort of machine here leading to a gate. I can route whatever the hell is going on here to this location. That is now connected. That's a simple one and done. There are no other intersections that I need to worry about at this point in time. If I try opening it now, nothing happens. So if I go all the way back now to the windmill, excuse me, there's two thoughts. Firstly, I've got the lever that I can pull, and secondly, I've got the faucet that I can twist. What is that doing? It sounds like it's restricting the flow. If I was to go back now, has anything changed? I can't imagine so, but let me try. The way that door is designed, I would expect that it would open automatically. Nothing. Let's go back here very quickly. I can move that back and forward. Is that changing the rotation of this, perhaps? Don't know, don't really care right now. Does that do anything? Nothing. Okay. Let's me give this some thought. I'm guessing at this time we're not getting through that door. I just came from that direction. What am I doing? To try to go that way, but whatever. So we see a pipe going into the ocean here. Something to bear in mind later, perhaps. I was trying to fiddle with this. So currently that's rousing into the ocean, and I'm not seeing it actually do anything. I can't push that hollow thing, nothing happens. So at the moment, it appears to be pointing here. Okay, progress. That crafts a bridge, but for what purpose? That just takes me back over here. And now I'm studying the map intensely again to see if I can figure out just where the hell I'm going. If that works though, then other stuff must work. I could have sworn I tried this elevator. I tried that elevator, damn it. Let me try it again. Maybe, is there a bridge here that I can construct? That's not the same lift, is it? That's a different lift. The other one was on our left here. I can't see it now, but this is different. I can connect everything up there. I see a generator here. I didn't ask, but I reckon I can get that one working. I don't see any good reason why that crank would have existed to extend that pipe, where that's not the solution. But this makes me want to go back this way and check to see if I can extend or get the other elevator working. If I follow the path to the left here, yeah, see that elevator ahead of us? That is not the one that we were just looking at. If I go left, there should be a gap here. Okay, I'm not sure where I am. I think I'm back where I started. No, I've got no idea where the start was. Oh my god. I'm so lost. We've got the door to the spiral staircase, I'll call it. Yeah, it's this one on the right here. So over on the left here, I've just extended this pipe. There is a gap there, and I've just extended the pipe. I don't believe there is any way I can construct a bridge there. But the thing is, I could have sworn I matched up the power or got the pipes right so that it was supplying power or water or whatever it is to this here. And it didn't work. Let me try that again. Maybe I had to do something with the faucet. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So I need to reroute this now. Never mind, I need to reroute the first one here. And this guy. Right, so power should now be going into that elevator where I just was. I've tried it once already, it did not work. Let's see if it works now. Which raises the question, did I close the door earlier? Don't know. Either way, we are up in the trees, and I definitely have a photo of this. From the book. So having spent God knows how long getting acclimated to the ground, now I've got to do the same thing up here. The trees where the weird creatures dwelt. That's our path down. I recognise that staircase at least. So maybe these, this map, maybe it refers to the upper platforms and not the lower platform. Don't know. Either way, I feel like looking at the map is a complete waste of time, so I'm not going to do that. That's where we came from. Let's go, Rice. Not seeing anything here. It's a wrecked house. Okay. That's where we just came from. I'm not looking left, that's behind us. It's so disorienting. That's looking left, that's not looking behind us. What is that? I can't move my cursor down far enough to check. Nothing in these pots. Right, if I go this way, where is that taking me? I believe that hut on the right there where my finger is pointing, that's where we came from. Well, it's not where we just came from, but it's where we originally came from. Oh my god, I'm so lost. I can't look right here. It looks like I can only transition through this place. To go left. I walk forward here and then I'm forced to go left. I can't look to the right. I believe the latrine or the elevator or whatever it is directly in front of me behind this block of wood. Oh my god. The elevator's way over to the left. What that? It's doing something there, but I'm not sure what. It's just a bit too low res to tell. Maybe it's opening up that door. But that's the door above ground, it's not the door on ground level that we saw earlier. Can I pass through here or is this a dead end? This doesn't seem like it should be a dead end. Maybe it is though. Okay. Let's go back to this hut here and then turn right. Where it looks like we've got a four-way path ahead of us, or at least a two-way path. Try going left first because that's where the game is steering me. Well, I can go straight there. Shit. I can go straight, but that takes me nowhere. I'm expecting to find some pages shortly. I'm surprised I'm not finding them inside these ruins. Right, so I went left there, it took me into this hut here, that's my words. From here I can go right. There's no options to go left. No. Yeah, I think this might be, just bring up my map again, I think this might be a map of the place above ground. But I would need to reach those stairs and map it out. And even then, I'm not convinced there's any benefits to mapping it out, really. Well, we're entering a house. Right, do I see a hut on my left? I do. Do I see a platform on the right? Yeah, okay, I think I might know where I am. Let's bring up the map. I think I might be here. And I'm going to turn left and head into the hut here. And then I'm going to look to the right, and then I'm probably going to see the staircase. let's just confirm that. So the future bridge, or whatever it is ahead of me. I'll turn left. That's where I came from. If I turn right as I walk in here. Am I going to lead towards... Yeah, I'm leading towards the staircase, so I believe I know where I am. What's that? Nothing. So we have a door there, and we've also got an elevator. Right, so I feel like I've traversed a lot of territory here, but the problem is none of it's actually led to anything useful. We've got no pages, no puzzle solutions, nothing of the sort. I'll try the staircase first. If indeed you can call this a staircase, it's more of a ramp. Wheelchair accessible. No, it's a staircase. It's a staircase. Never mind. That is not accessible. That is now open from the opposite side. That's good. So this exists. I imagine there's no power running to it though. I can run power to it and then take it down, but what purpose does that serve? Maybe there's something behind it. This here is wheelchair accessible. So if I pull this, I expect this to not work because the power's not connected. Nothing. Let me try hooking up power here, setting this thing down, and then coming back up. That's the best idea I've got right now. Use my words. Excuse me. I'm sorry. There are buttons there. Is that buttons or a latch? It might be a latch. Can you see it? Those two things right there, above my pointer. It's probably a latch. Okay, let's hook up the power to that elevator and then take it down. That's the best idea I've got at the moment. Hell, it's the only idea I've got at the moment. As for why this started working, I'm guessing it's because I twisted that faucet. Things I'm pretty sure I've heard running water the entire time, so I don't fully understand how you're supposed to know what to do there. It's all good. Why am I here? What the hell am I doing? I'm losing my mind, chat. That's the effect this game has on me. So... this is a very simple reroute. That's all I needed to do. Done. And that is now connected to this elevator here. I guess I'm just struggling to understand why that elevator is there. Because we have stairs. And I've now realized the other elevator that we saw where we had to extend the pipe, we did not see it up here, so I've either missed that as part of my exploration up here, maybe I haven't gone in that direction, or it goes to an isolated section of the village. That may be where I have to check out next. Well, shit. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting for a moment that this would go up. fuck. Okay, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Look at the map. The map cannot help me here. We're up even higher now. What the fuck? Is that where I came up? Oh my god, just like that I'm lost. That has to be where I came up, correct? It has to be. Yeah, it is. There's no way in hell we did not come out of there. Right, let's follow the left-hand path. That door looks hefty. Maybe the chief's hut. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. Compared to everything else, this is very opulent. Is this where the Suns were staying and or Atris or whatever his name is? It looks way too modern compared to the rest. We have overturned chairs on the left-hand side, which is normally never a good sign. Wants to play with the globe, but no, it's telling me to check out the drawer. Quills. We read about those in the book. Or the ink at least. We have a red page. Can I assume? No, I can't assume this is where one of the Suns was staying, based on what we saw in the spaceship age. I mean, look at this place. This place looks beautiful. Should I be concerned by that? It's going to drop the page. Can I pick that up? No. Why is there a dagger concealed here? That's concerning. What's more concerning is I can't pick it up. It could solve a lot of my problems just quietly. Oh, okay. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Hell, I will zoom in OBS. Ah, not that. Like that. Am I going to lose the orgasm if I do that? No, good. Let me just zoom in on that. Take a screenshot. And I'm going to paste it into my notes. So, that says something very plain view on Myst. Access can be easily simple, something followed. First, locate switches, marker switches perhaps. Switches can go to the dock and mark a switch to the off position. That's going to come in incredibly handy later on, I know it, but I need to find the other half. Right, this bed looks awesome, but where's the pillow? Picking up the page did not help me, or dropping the page did not help me pick up the knife, so let me grab that again. I'm going to have to come back here anyway to pick up the blue page. Anything under there? Anything on the left? No. The sink looks very not round. Very oddly shaped. The rug maybe? No. That rug looks a bit sus. I mean, it ties the room together very well, but it makes me think there's a pattern or something there. What have we here? Another knife? Possibly a panel to the left? What's in here? Alright, I'm dropping the page again. Fuck. What's in there? No, there's something in there. Let me look at it, please. Can't drag that over. Hitting X, not doing anything. That looks like a wall panel. No, there's one on the right there as well. Never mind. So we have a knife, a package, but I can't do anything with it. Alright, I don't know. Either way, it certainly seems like this is where one of the sons were staying. And I've not written down who was in which book, so... This may have been the chief's place, it may have been the old human's place. It looks glorious though, compared to the rest of the village. Alright, so that was interesting. Can't go left there? No. Let's just follow the left-hand path. So we hop out of the elevator, we can go left to this opulent place. Or we can go right. So another very sturdy door, or we can walk past it. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Whoa. Some sort of sacrificial table, maybe? I don't like this room. There is one thing that I do want to do, though. I would like to go back in there and see if that message plays again. And just bear with me a moment, chat. Oh, it's open on my other screen, hasn't it? I do not care about your changelog, really. Just got to zoom in on that so I can see what the fuck I'm looking at. Oh God, ABS please. Skip that update, so I do not want to install it. Okay. Can I actually see the application now, or... Oh my God. My computer hates me, chat. Absolutely hates me. Okay, there we go. Let's drag you over to here, if I can actually drag the window. There we go, got us. Right, audio setup. Recording device is speakers, Yeti loopback. I'm going to hit record on this. Hopefully I can see the... Yep, I can see the waves. Let's go in here. Hopefully that plays again. If it doesn't, I'll rewind. I have the power. Stop recording. Let me just delete that part. You can't see anything that I'm doing there because you don't have a window up. Select all, effect, special, reverse. Is this anything? Let me just mute the Elgato for a moment. Is this anything? it is not. I thought that may have been reversed audio, but it is not. Bummer. Had to check. Alright, so we have some sort of medieval trap device here. We have a door at the back. It looks like a temple of some sort, or a sacrificial room. Nothing like this was described in the book though, other than the humans sacrificing themselves to stop the island from sinking. And speaking of fates worse than death and whatnot, I think I've got the hiccups. If you're in chat and can help me out, let me know. Can I turn left here? I can. So if I go that way, is that going to lead me to... Yeah. If I look to the right, I'm going to see the door that I just went through. So that message played when we went through the steel door there. If I go this way, do we hear the message? We do not. It's only when we open that door. Okay. So we've got a room there, we don't know what to do with that room. We have a hut here, which seems to be the dead end for this area. Oh. Alright, we have a puzzle. There's the blue page. Dark Matter 2. How are you doing, dude? Can you get rid of my hiccups, please? What are we looking at there? Thinking, we activated the bridge downstairs, we extended the pipe, we've got an elevator working. I'm not sure what that connects to just yet. I don't see anything in here, so we've got two major areas to check out. The first is this hut directly ahead of us, which may be some sort of sacrificial temple, don't know. The second is the elevator on the ground floor, which we reach by way of that connected pipe. I've got some options. Let's go back down. I'm tempted to drop the page just so I can get my normal icon back. And let me follow the map now. So if I can trust this map, let me just bring it up. Where are you? Notifications, blah blah, that one there. I believe I'm here. Drawing tool. Thank you. I believe I am here. That's the elevator where we just are. We're about to come out here. And I think we started there. That's where we came up the elevator, which means I've not explored this area here perhaps. But downstairs there is another elevator which is way over here or something, so I may need to check that out. That's going to be my next guess, that we need to check out the elevator here, which takes us up, and God knows where that's going to lead. But for now, let me just check the area up here and make sure that I've missed nothing. I don't think I've missed anything, but let's go back to the start and check. I'm going to try and follow this map, which you can't see because I've only got so much real estate, unfortunately. Going into the next house. Yeah, this is the map. This makes sense. We go here, I'm going to go left. Find ourselves inside another hut. And then from here, I can go left and left, and that's where we see the... so that dotted line there, that was the lever that we pulled, this dotted line, which opened the gates. It opened this staircase. Got us. So from here, I'm going to go right now and then check out that area there. Hopefully that leads me somewhere. If not, I'll just need to go downstairs and check the other area. So go forward here. If I go left, that is going to lead to the latrine, as I called it, or the first elevator. Is there anything over here? No, not that way. That's where I came from. Need to check out that area to the right. There we go. Is there anything here? No, this was a dead end. I could turn around and that was it. Okay, I believe I'm done up here. Unless there's something in that sacrificial room upstairs, I believe I'm done here. So, if I try going this way, I don't think it's going to work, is it? Oh my god. Can I go right, please? Thank you. If I go this way, this elevator will not work because the power is connected to the other elevator. This means I need to take the spiral stairs. Correct? Correct. I've got no idea where that other elevator may lead. Oh god, not that. Anything but that. So I need to reroute this later, but that's an easy reroute. It's literally one switch here. Now, where is this pipe? I believe it's over to the right here. And then it is to our left. That's going to take me here. I cannot proceed any further. I've got to go around the other way if I want to reach that. I've got no idea where that elevator is going to take me. It'll lead somewhere though, and that's what I want to check out next. So, let's work backwards. Yeah, we had to use the elevator on our left first to get to the upper level. Now we've opened up the spiral staircase, which acts as a permanent. Now I need to reroute it this way to find... God knows what. That's correct. And I also had to route it to the right as well, just so I could open up that pipe. Kind of crazy. That one's also pointing in the correct direction, so I believe we're good now. Oh god, what did I just do? I have no idea what I just did. That one's already been fixed. Let me check. Yep, good. So... this one's pointing to the right. And the one ahead is pointing to the right as well. Like so. Let's go left. That's going to lead to a dead end. Go across this bridge, which we built earlier. I don't believe there's any routing that I need to do here. That's just straight shot to the elevator, so let's hop inside and see what we got. Where the hell is this going to take me? Don't mind me just clearing my nose again. That's the way back. We're not done there, though. We can't be done. I don't think we're done there. Let me return the pages, but we can't be done there. There's too much unsolved. We've got the puzzle of the gems in the final room with the blue page, and we've got the sacrificial room. I'm not going to listen to you right now. Let me go back in there immediately. Oh my god, getting in there is a pain in the ass. Let me get back in there immediately. Grab the red page. I don't think we're done in there. If we are, that's actually shocking. And not in a good way. Still don't know what the code is to get through there, but maybe the tower rotation will help me. So I pushed the tower up, which means I can probably just bring it straight back down. Yep. Let's go. We're in a race against time, and we've got a PS1 controller, or a PS1 version. This does not feel good to play confirmed. $1 million question is, do the puzzles remain solved? I think they do, based on what we saw in the spaceship age. The levers were all in the correct positions when we went to that door before the minecart ride, so hopefully I can just go straight back to that elevator. And maybe, just maybe, I can see where the hell I came in. Right, where am I? Really? I'm at a dead end. Okay, I see. I'm at the dead end, which I ignored. So if I go right here... then go this way. Yeah, the bridge is still there. I assume that elevator still works. Alright, so what I need to do is go back to the first intersection here. Gods, that texture. I don't know what the hell's going on there. And I can't imagine that will be present in the PC version or the Mac OS version. It's honestly impressive. I need to fiddle with this. Not that. This elevator now works because of the change that I just made. Let's walk out here, turn left. And over on the left here in this drawer, we should have a red page. Hopefully. This knife though, in this package. We're going to hear something terrible when we listen to the Red Book. About how he hides a knife under the bed or something. So yeah, I don't think we are done in this place. We've got this room on the left, which something's up in here. We get a hologram as we enter this room. I don't know, but something about this is freaking me out. And it's not just the, I'll call it the violent nature of this thing. So, you place something on there maybe? But if you place something on there, I don't know why it's folding inwards like that with the, not inwards, outwards like that with the edges on the left and right going down. It looks like a torture device or an execution device of some sort. I mean, look at this creepy ass place. Candles, which aren't lit. That's good attention to detail. Normally they're lit, and then we have to ask who is lighting the candles. These faces. This room must have some significance to them, but apart from hearing about human sacrifices to save the island, I don't know what it could mean. There's nothing behind us there. I don't know about that. And the other thing we've got in here is whatever the hell this is on the left-hand corner. This is where we found the blue page. That has to be something. But what? Is that signifying that I've completed one age, maybe? No, but hang on, I've completed two. But I haven't returned the red page for the second. Either way, I don't think we're done in here, not by a long shot. I think we'll be coming back here. Unlike the spaceship age, I think we'll be coming back here. For what purpose though, I'm not sure, but that hologram would not be there if it wasn't for a very good reason, and also that puzzle there with that lit up gem or whatever it is, I don't think it's a puzzle, I think it's just more like a progress indicator perhaps. It wouldn't be there unless there was a very good reason for it, so I don't think we're done here. For now though, looking at the time, it's still early, but I think I will call an early end to the stream tonight. I'll play for another half hour I think, and then call us. Let me see if I can find some way into the stone ship age. So I think that's going to be the most complex, with those constellations and the time, year, dates, those 8 puzzle boxes, raising the ship. I assume we have to raise the ship anyway. That seems to be the most obvious answer. If I can figure that out at least, I can die a happy man. Sorry, I can go to sleep tonight happy. Right, we just need to flip this switch on the rise. I still don't know what triggered it to work, whether I had to pull down that lever in the windmill or toggle the faucet or something else. I'm deeply uncertain about that. This leads me to a single room with the linking book. There's literally nothing else in here. Nothing there. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's say farewell to the channel wood for now. Let's plug in the red page and see what these two assholes have to say for themselves. I didn't really listen to them last time I brought a page back, so I could tell there was more there, but I still couldn't understand a lot of it. Alright, so who is this guy and what is the story that we can hear so far?
Have returned. Additional page. Free from my prison on this forgotten island of Myst.
Is it a prison?
I see that you are. I am called Sirius. I need all the red pages. I know. Must search and bring 2 more of the red. I am released. I promise. Don't touch the blue pages. That is where my brother, for my wicked brother, he is a man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me. Do not release Agnar. Thirst for destruction is not never ending. Bring the red paper. Beg you, please release me from this prison. Promise you will be greatly rewarded.
Can you tell me what the reward is before I release you?
Must help me. Help me.
It's so curious that he said he must find 2 more pages. That means this video is changing dynamically as we bring more back. So his name is Sirius, he's one of the 2 brothers, he has some issues with Agnar, don't know how to pronounce his name, and yeah, he said do not release him. I imagine this dude is going to say the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but just with a name flip. He's going to say do not release Sirius, do not look for the red pages.
Good. Still more blue pages you find. Bring more. I must have some more. That's all I ask of you. It's been so long since my brother, Sirius, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes. Pretty speech. It's been greed, which is endless. It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all but four. Do not bring the red pages to him. You must not let him trick you. He tricked our father. Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages. I beg you to bring the blue pages to me. Listen, you must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
I don't know, when choosing between the lesser of two evils, when both of them don't make any sense whatsoever, I kind of want to pick both. So, Aknar believes he's been imprisoned in this book by Sirius. Sirius is imprisoned, possibly by Agnar. He didn't say that explicitly, but he said he would greatly reward us, which sounds a bit sus. I think you two need to learn how to get along, just quietly. Right. I understand how the tower rotation works now. So, if we pointed it at the spaceship, rocket ship, whatever it is, that gave us the 59 volts clue. If I pointed at this barn or this tower, both of which seems to be closely related, that gave us the 724 code for the safe. I believe the gears are going to point us towards the mechanical age. Let me try going there. That's going to lead me towards this pool with all of these puzzle boxes, and it may lead me back to the planetarium with a time, date, location, God knows what else. I may not crack it tonight, but I might be able to make a start on it. I want to call it quits within about 20 minutes because I do need to try and get a good night's rest tonight. I'm very tired, chat. Very tired, very weary, not sleeping well, hand hurts, etc. Close you up. Up we go. I know this is not the correct way to go, but I want to look up here anyway. Are we looking at the boat mast? We are. Okay. Is the key wall going to give me anything useful? I imagine it's going to give me either a symbol and or a time and date. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I get it. I'm taking a screenshot of that. We need to go to the planetarium and we need to consult these times, dates, etc., and we need to see the constellation that appears. We then need to go back to the book and then match it up to the appropriate symbols in the book, and then we need to go to the boat area and switch the symbols. That's easy. At least I think it is. So, I've screenshotted that. I'll bring up my notes shortly. At least I think that's the answer. If that's not the answer, I'll be very surprised. I mean, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. That seems obvious, though. The solution, not, you know, me being dumb. That's super duper obvious. I've got to close that first, don't I? There's so much that is still unsolved, though. What am I doing with the fireplace? What am I doing back in the channel wood? Those two other rooms. I'm kind of tempted to go back to the channel wood once I've done the next stage and just see if we got more lights on that gem. If we do, then that's progress. It's not the number of blue pages returned, because we'd returned to, by that point, maybe it's the number of red pages returned, but that was the room where we found a blue page, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, before we go into the next stage, I will take a break, because I don't want to read that book tonight. Or tomorrow. Where am I going? Right, let me just bring up my notes. By that, I'm going to have to zoom out now because I got too many. It's scattered all over the place. Spaceship is done. Channel wood is possibly not done. The stone ship age is on the top right there. So what I need to do now is I need to screenshot every single one of these. I will read this tomorrow night. Let's just see if we can get the passage open tonight. If we can find a Myst book or a linking book, that would be lovely. Okay. Let me take some screenshots in OBS. Just to zoom out a fraction because I can't see the bottom of the anchor, not that it really matters. I'll bring up my notes shortly, I promise. Okay, next page. That noise you can hear is me snapshotting something and saving it to the clipboard. Right, next page. Ah, for fuck's sake. Not opening that book again. What I'm not sure about is whether we need to turn them red or green or otherwise, but I'm sure we'll figure that out very shortly. Put you there. Mingo. One more. That's a very wide picture there, game. That's very odd. Right, so let me just bring up my notes super quickly for you. That's what I've got. So what I've done is I've screenshotted all those constellations and symbols down the bottom. I need to go to this planetarium here, which you can't see me going there. You can sort of see it rotating in the background at the very top of the screen, but can't see much else. I need to go to the planetarium and plug in those 3 dates and see what we can see. This seems to be the answer, though. I mean, if it's not it, I'll be shocked. The light is still out. Let's pull that up. Right. First date is October the 11th. 1984. I would like to drag this down, please, if I could. I know it's possible because I know I've done it. There we go. 1984. And that's 10:04 a.m. It's a very specific time. October 11, 1984, 10:04. Click that. Let me grab a screenshot of that. So the first one is the leaf here on the right hand side. Just pretend I'm doing a very professionally typed one there. Next date is January 17, 12:07, 5:46. January 17, 12:07. Balls. It's 12:07. 5:46 a.m. Running out of space here, chat. Actually, grab a screenshot before I switch. Let me just paste it over that one. That looks like the snake. Some of the stars are very faint, but yeah, it's got to be the snake. I don't see anything else it could be. With that little, those triples of stars up there, I've definitely got the right date. January 17, 12:07, 5:46. Yep, so the snake is number 2. You Paint.net, why? I will never understand you. So leaf, snake, and now we need to do November 23rd, 97, 91. That's a fair ways into the future, I think. Did I switch you? Yes, good. November 23rd. $9,800 if I can. You can do it. Hold on. 97.91, and we are looking for 6:57 p.m. Looking for that time there. That looks fairly well defined. That looks like the insect here. 3 bright stars in that pattern. It's not a flamingo. Yeah, it's the insect. Okay. Looks like. Please. I will figure this program out eventually, one day. So, leaf, snake, insect. That is the pattern that we need to use on these boxes near the bows. Leaf, snake, insect. That's what I get out of that. So if Catherine forgets that, she can go into the tower, use the rotation, gets the dates, and then get the information from the planetarium. So I need to confirm here that everything is red, or green, or I'm not sure. Let's just confirm that everything is red. Leaf is the 3rd on the left, I believe. Flamingo, leaf, Ross, not interested in that. Let's look at this guy. That one, please. I'm hoping everything is red, but the thing is, I've been fiddling with this stuff. Fiddling, thinking something would happen. Okay, let me turn the anchor red. That's our insect, so third on the right as we come down the hill. There's our snake, second on the right. I just need to make sure that this one is red, and it's probably not. It is. Right. So I don't know if I need to do these in any order or whether I just need to turn them green, but let's give this a go. Third on the left is the leaf. I turn around. Third on the right is the no, that's the insect. Apologies. Second on the right is the snake. And then third on the right, which I think is that one now, is the insect. Too easy. And I'm guessing that means that's going to cause the boat to rise at the main dock. Yeah, we can see it already. I'm not going to find it. Well, I will find it, but I'm not going to click on it. If I'm forced to click on it, I will rewind. Because there's a certain book that I want to read before I go in there. Not that I think that book will help terribly much, because we didn't really learn anything about the channel wood which helped us in that book. Guessing it's in the cabin? I do believe it is. Alright, that is where I'm going to call it for tonight. Making progress. Thing is, I don't think we're done the channel wood. I really don't. There's got to be something else we're missing there. And the mechanical age, I mean, we've seen how we can crack it now. We just need to turn the tower in that direction, but I don't see anything that we can interact with here. Unless there's something very well hidden here. I see this gear, it's like, yeah, that's a pretty chunky gear. Maybe there's like a hidden panel here that I need to click. Maybe I need to toggle that a few times, I'm not sure. Don't know. I've also not forgotten that we found half of a page in the channel wood. Something about the vaults. Whether we find the other page in the next stage or the mechanical age, I don't know, but that's going to lead me somewhere, and maybe I then need to return to the channel wood. Either way, I feel like I'm making good progress tonight, but the way this game is designed, it doesn't seem too hard so far. I mean, I got trolled by that maze like you wouldn't believe last night. But that was also me trolling myself, I guess. But tonight was relatively pain-free in comparison, so yeah. Once again, I'm enjoying myself. Alright, I'm going to call it there. I need to catch up with my family tomorrow, so I'm not certain when I'll be starting the Hitman playthrough, but we'll be taking a look at some more featured contracts tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get more than we did done tonight. Oh boy. Tonight was bad. We got one contract done. Although in my defense, it was an absolute doozy. And then after that, so I'm feeling up to it, I'll play some more Myst tomorrow night. I'm enjoying this, so yeah, I'll try and get online. I may need to do a bit of work tomorrow, actual work, but if I get time, I'll play some more this tomorrow night. Alright, thank you everyone, look after yourselves, have a good one, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with some more Myst. See you then.